Today on Ballistic Burgers, I'm going to be cooking up my version of 2 of the Smashburgers from Easy Street in Los Angeles, California. Let's get going. So Easy Street is one of those places in LA that started out as a pop-up and then exploded. Now they have a couple brick and mortars and they are just thriving. They're one of those trending burgers. Right now it's a very, like extremely thin smash burger. The wait for this place is an hour. If you go in and order a burger, you're going to be waiting for an hour or more until you get it. It's just crazy how popular this place is. Many have called it the best burger in LA. A few have called it the best burger in the country. It's a good burger, and there's a few things that make it really good. One of these things is the sauce. So I have made a batch of what they're calling their wild sauce, and I did a really good job on this. So I'm going to give you all the ingredients and the measurements right now. Starting off with 1.5 cups of mayo, 1/2 cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of mustard. Then I have here 1 teaspoon of paprika, just regular, not smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of coarsely ground black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne. Then you finish this recipe off with 1 teaspoon of dill pickle juice. It's a really good sauce. It has just that nice burger sauce flavor, but with a little bit of warmth. It's not hot and spicy, but there is a little bit of warmth. The measurements I gave you will give you a decent amount of sauce. And I like to work in the larger amounts, especially when I'm using cayenne pepper. Another thing that's kind of cool about this place is what they're using to smash. Again, it's another video where there's a little bit of a new smash technique and a smash tool. The first time I ever saw this tool used was when I was researching a copycat video that I did a little over 4 years ago. It was named the #1 smash burger in Chicago, a place called Red Hot Ranch, and I saw this and I scoured. I didn't even know what it was called. I figured it was probably a steak weight, and that's what it is. Scoured the internet and I found them. I'll have a link down below if you're interested. They're not real cheap, but it's cool. It has some weight behind it, and it does a really good job of kind of troweling smash burgers. It's funny now, Easy Street's using these, and there's a place that opened up very recently, not too far from where I live. They're making onion burgers, and they're using these now. So I guess the word's getting out. But again, very expensive, I believe, and you can do the same with a nice spatula, nice heavy spatula. Anyway, let's cook this burger. Okay, I'm using that Whopper griddle today, and I have both sides on a medium-high. Easy Street is using Martin's potato buns, in my opinion, the best hamburger buns you can buy, and I'm going to get these toasted right now. This isn't going to take very long. As far as the patties, I'm using 80/20 ground chuck, and I formed them into 2-ounce little miniature patties. You don't need to add a bunch of oil here. You want these patties to kind of adhere to the flat top surface. You want them to stick. Just kind of circular motions here. Told you this was extreme. Salt, pepper, garlic. I'm going to flip these. Look at that. They're crackers now. And that cheese. All right. All right, first burger down. Second burger. So the first burger I do is going to be just their signature burger. So first thing I'm going to do is just add some pickles. Now they also have it to where you can add, you know, they have grilled onions. And then that wild sauce, and they zigzag it on. The next burger is one of their really popular burgers. They call it the Jalapeno Monster. So again, same burger, double cheese. And you can see why you want to go at least double with these. These are paper thin burgers. So I got these are fresh jalapenos, not pickled. That zigzag. And I present to you two of the most popular burgers off of the menu from Easy Street in Los Angeles, California. Their signature double cheeseburger and the Jalapeno Monster double cheeseburger. Let's try these out. So again, that other secret I mentioned about making the best burgers are honestly these Martin's rolls. And unfortunately, they don't sell them out here. I have to order these, and I have to order them. I have to order more hamburger buns than I really need, but it's worth it. It's so soft. Cheers. You can see it's just so crispy. Those of you who hate Smashburgers are going to really hate this, but it's good. I mean, it's difficult to describe this extremely smashed burger. It's still juicy. Everybody, you know, it's jerky. It's not jerky. It's still very juicy. There's a lot of that, you know, rendered fat on top of it, but it takes on this meat cracker kind of a vibe. It's good. That sauce is really good, and you really those pickles really help. Okay, the jalapeno monster, and I'm smelling jalapeno peppers. Make sure you wash your hands after making this burger. Just lacy, lacy, lacy. Again, a really good burger. One thing I did when I was slicing those jalapenos is I shook out a few of the seeds. I did leave a lot of the seeds in and the pith in there, but I just shook out a few of them. It's not as crazy hot, like spicy hot as you'd think it is or would be. Everything going on here, you know, especially the buns, really tempers that heat. But again, it's really good. Actually, of the ones with just the pickles, I like this. I like the Monster better. It's just you know, the whole inside of my mouth is warm, but it's not painfully hot. When you smash a burger this thin, the best way of describing what it's like to eat is, you know, if you put a few potato chips on your hamburger, because as you're chewing, you're hearing crunching, which normally, unless there's something crunchy as a condiment on your burger, you don't really notice. It's good. And like I said, having been there, I think this is a really good copy. I think I hit that sauce right on the nail on the head with the sauce. Do I think this burger is worth waiting in line for an hour for? No, not at all. That all boils down to the power of the internet, you know, all the social platforms. A few of the people, you know, raved about how good it is. One guy, I guess he was really big on, I don't know, TikTok or whatever, said it was the best burger he's ever had in his life. And he's one of those guys that sits in his car and eats food and gets millions and millions of views. So based on that alone, again, it's ridiculous how long the lines are to get into this place. Just really trending, I guess, kind of a viral burger. But I'm here to tell you, LA has some amazing burgers there. I mean, there's an amazing burger culture there in Los Angeles that goes back, I mean, honestly, to like the 30s. And there are plenty of burgers you don't have to wait for an hour to get that are just as good, if not better, than this one here. In fact, I'm shooting my next burger video is going to be one of my most requested burgers, and it's out of LA. And my wife and I drove up there, and it's an over 2-hour drive for me to get to Los Angeles, just to have this burger. And I brought half of it home and dissected it, and I'm really excited about that particular. And it's not a Smashburger, by the way. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Keep those suggestions coming in. It's honestly keeping this channel alive. If you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscriber button, ring the bell, thumb it up if you like it. I hope you did, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.